Hello, welcome to my little video today. So I don't really know what to call this one, but I posted something recently. A post just on, I guess, my thoughts behind a lot of what's been going on in the news, um, specifically around like something that had happened to a specific person in the US on national television and all that has been going on around that. And um, I'm actually not here to really talk about Charlie Kirk or, what's going on with that at all, so much as what I have felt in seeing everybody else and what they've posted. Sorry, trying to adjust. I just realized the way I had my feet was not good. Um, and I've had stayed pretty quiet, honestly, about all of this, and I plan to. And I've gone back and forth and been like, well, maybe I should jump on the bandwagon. Maybe I should, voice my opinions about it too. And I do have opinions. I will share that I have opinions, and my own thoughts, but that's not what I'm here to talk about, either on this video, but just in this world in general. Like, yes, there's a lot happening, and it's important, and nobody should be um, killed or harmed for sharing their opinions because somebody disagrees with their opinions or with them. But, I've seen all of these people posting all over social media, like literally last week. I don't know, last week and a half or whatever. I don't know if people like in my feed, I haven't been seeing the normal and, see a lot of business because that's what I do with my social media these days is more businessy, but a lot of business related posts. And I've literally been seeing like none of that this week. And from people that I would normally see it from, and they've been posting about what's going on. And I think it's great for people to be aware of what's happening in the world, but I think it's also a big deterrent from what really matters. And that is you, the life that you desire. It's really easy to get distracted and to start focusing on, how horrible it is that this happened, how horrible that, this side did that, and this person says that, and that this, whatever, the drama that we can't control necessarily here in the 3D that's happening. And when people get so caught up in it, it really is a distraction. And what I have felt through much of this is, again, I'm not sharing my opinions on what happened, but seeing everybody else. And, I think it's been brilliant to see people who have not been speaking out about anything starting to use their voices. But it makes me kind of sad too that it took, something like this situation to get people to actually use their fucking voices. And, from a business perspective, one of the biggest challenges for me in my business has really been speaking my mind. And people say speaking your truth and blah blah blah. Well, you have to say it in a way that it actually also lands with people too, because you can speak your truth about what you believe about Charlie Kirk, but how is that actually like showcasing your genius? How is that showcasing your power? How is that really moving the needle for you? And it's not that you shouldn't, share your, compassion and everything else, but the point is you're here. If you're a business owner, you're here. And if you're not, that's okay too. But if you resonate with what I'm saying, you don't have to be a business owner, but you're here for a purpose. You're here to do big things in this world, to make a difference, to serve people, you know, to do more than what you're doing, to be seen for your genius and what it is that you're here to do. Sorry, I'm like trying not to squint, but not even sunny, but I am. Um, but you know, that voice, it's for something different. Like, what are you actually here to say and do? And it's not this. And to be completely honest, I think, it's just a distraction, whether it's a purposely curated one or not, is, that's, I'll keep to myself with my opinions. But so many people, like you have so much to say, so many important things that need to be said, and you are here to be the change that you want to see in the world. But if you're just using your voice to scream about what's happening, you know, What happened to Charlie Kirk? What happened to Jimmy Kimmel? You know, again, all fucking sucks. Yeah, does. Totally does. But there's lots of terrible things happening in the world that you haven't been talking about. It took someone being killed on national television, someone who many of you didn't even know his name or who he was before, and myself included. Like I'd seen him in like a debate or two, but I didn't actually know his name until my husband said, "Did you hear that this happened?" Um, so my point being is you have things that you already know that you want to say. And this is just distracting from that. So where is the fire in your voice? Where is the fire about the things that you're meant to change and actually do in this world? Because you are here to reclaim that. That is your purpose. Beyond like your life's work and from that side of purpose and like what you're meant to do. But if you feel that you are here to really serve the world, if you are here as part of this, revolution of change that is coming in, if you are part of the new paradigm, the, new humans, whatever you want to call us, this next level, awareness, consciousness, talking about Charlie Kirk isn't the way to do it. Talking about the things that you know are important to share with the world and saying it in a way as direct and fired up as you've been speaking about this shit. If you start doing that and then actually like tweaking it and curating it in a way that lands with the people that you are here to actually to serve, 1 year from now, your life will look completely fucking different. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And I don't do guarantees that often, but I guarantee that if you take that same fire and you put it in to reclaiming your own voice and power when it comes to the things that you want to happen, the life you want, and creating that, it's going to be completely different. I've seen like people unlock their voice in their business with their content. People like open up into song, and that's what they're here to do, is to serve people in a different way. There's so much that you're not saying and doing. People now going into more political spectrums because that's what they've been wanting to do, but it's not what they've been talking about. So maybe politics is your thing, but you just haven't been doing it. But for most of you, it's not your thing. So what are you actually here to talk about that you've been pushing down, that you haven't been saying, that you've been hiding, that you've thought was too much? Where have you been just mimicking what everyone else is saying and doing, just like with Charlie Kirk, P.S. And where does your actual voice need to come out and be heard? That's what you're here to do. That is how you leave your legacy. That is how you change the world for yourself and for others. So if you are ready to reclaim your own power and to use it to grow your fucking business and to create a life you've desired beyond your wildest dreams, my world is absolutely the place for you to be. First of all, I would invite you to join me inside Unleashed and Authentically Expressed, because this is all what it's about, right? Beyond just the speaking, but just unleashing your natural, authentic expression. But for most people, for me, helping you to speak is a big part of that, and using your voice and your expression from that perspective. But join me over there. It's free community on Telegram, and depending on where you're watching it, there's probably a link somewhere. If you're on Facebook or whatever, it's in my profile on all of the social media things as well too. But beyond that, depending on when you're watching this, I would also invite you, if you resonate with this message, actually it doesn't even matter when you're watching it, but to reach out to me about Reclaim and Rise, which is, sorry, the sun just got really intense. Got Reclaim and Rise Mastermind, which is my new 3-month mastermind that is starting beginning of October 2025. And if you're watching this after then, just let me know, because that's going to be a mastermind that's happening multiple times every single year. But then I also have some other ones that may fit you. Doesn't matter. Just reach out if you are resonating with this message, because the thing is again, you are not here to use your voice to just mimic what everyone else is saying. You're not here to use your voice to talk about things that are really just a distraction from what you're here to do. You are here to reclaim your voice, your power, and to use it for a purpose. And you know what that is, and you're not doing it. So if you're ready to do that now, send me a message, drop a comment, do whatever you need to do, and let's fucking go. Okay? And if you are watching this on YouTube, just make sure that you like the videos, subscribe, comment, whatever, if it resonated for you. And we'll talk to you very, very soon.